Hey guys, no doubt the state of Minnesota has always shown love and support for women's basketball, but that does not mean we are immune to the phenomenon that is Caitlin Clark. Women's basketball nationally has obviously gained a lot of traction, and she's lent a huge hand in that. A split series is what the Twins wanted, and a split series is just what they got. Now they can head back to Minneapolis on a high note ahead of Game 3 on Tuesday, but before we get ahead of ourselves, let's jump into a few highlights. Obviously, we've still got 3 hours till tip-off. Doors open at 6:30. Gophers are asking their fans to wear maroon, but no doubt we'll see a lot of gold tonight. Guys. Yeah, well, Jaren Hall looked much more comfortable today. We thought maybe with the addition of XFL quarterback Jordan Teamu, he might get a break in this game, but that was not the case. The Gophers are actually 3-0 with crowds of 14,000 or more, so we really will see how this one goes. I talked to Janae Sanders and Maya Battle and Grace Sunwinkle. They said this will be the biggest crowd they've ever played for, so they're excited for this one. Reggie? Gotta say, this is not the Brian Flores defense we were bragging on just a few weeks ago. It feels like since that Bengals game, everything's just kind of fallen apart. Yeah, Reggie, I said it pregame, and I'll say it again. This was the barn like I had never seen it before. Fans got their money's worth from Caitlin Clark in the first few minutes, but you know what? The show didn't stop there. She put up 21 alone in the first half. Yeah, well, they continue their homestand hosting the Kings tonight. This one proving to be a little tougher than expected. No Anthony Edwards for the second half, as it's being reported he is ushering his own new era of fatherhood in. For Bad Juju, we've got to talk about the pants. I'm not really sure how else to say it, but I think we've seen it all for Major League Baseball. Yes, I'm talking about the Nike-generated, Fanatics-produced performance jerseys. Let's take a look at the Twins, and don't worry, guys. We keep it G-rated. Spring training is in full swing for the Twins, and as is in Major League Baseball, things look a little different this year. A little bit of a switch up in the rotation. Obviously, having Pablo Lopez, their ace, back is a plus. But the loss of guys like Sonny Gray and Kenta Maeda means it's time for some different faces in the rotation. Chris Paddock is also looking healthy down in Fort Myers, but it'll take more than just him to fill those holes, according to the guy catching, Ryan Jeffers. Yeah, well, like you said, this is a high-pressure situation for any quarterback, especially a rookie. But lucky for him, he has one of the best tackles in the league out there to protect him. I sat down with Christian Darrisaw this week to talk about his career, the postseason, and, of course, the Packers. What has this organization meant to you in your professional career?
Oh man, I think it means the world to me. Just like throughout the whole draft process, just not knowing where I was going to end up. And then luckily enough, I ended up here. A great organization. I couldn't ask for a better home.
You talk about Kwesi and Kevin. How have they been instrumental in you and how you perform on the field?
I feel like just from the jump, from the first day they got here, KO, he reached out to me and just basically like gave me the layout, just how everything was going to go and everything like that. Just for an offensive standpoint, it was just like fun just learning all those plays and just seeing just like the concepts and everything that he was dialing up. When we got the skill guys that we do, it makes our job easier because, you know, our QBs are going to find JJ, KJ, and now we add Addison, and then having Deuce and Ty Chandler in the backfield. It's definitely fun playing for this offense.
Yeah, you guys have quite the artillery.
Yeah, for sure.
Of weapons.
Yeah.
Obviously, this year has been rough when it comes to the quarterback situation and Kirk going out. For you as a tackle, what is it like kind of having that rotating door every week, not knowing who your quarterback's going to be, and ended up having 4 different starting quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's definitely different because sometimes you just get used to just having Kirk back there because, you know, no matter what, Kirk, if it's not season-ending injury, he's going to play week in and week out. As long as I'm doing my job and keeping the quarterback clean as best as I can and just opening up holes, everything will be fine. We just got to trust KO. He makes the right decision.
Now you got Jaren this week. What stood out to you about him as a rookie?
He's just, you see no sign like a fear. He steps right in, he attacks it just like he's been in the league already. For a rookie, definitely playing quarterback, you touch the ball every play, and our plays aren't the easiest to call out and everything like that. So just for him, like I said, just keeping the pressure off of him really helps him. And we know when we do that, it allows his mind to be free. He can just make the play calls and go out there and just play his game.
Obviously, it's hard statistically to really gauge offensive linemen, right? Besides, you have your PFF, you have things like that. How do you guys grade yourselves and grade your performance?
Sacks. If you give up a sack, even if you give up a sack, it could have been a cover sack, or it could be anything that goes into that. I really feel like it's hard to grade offensive line play because analysts, they really don't know what our jobs are, and sometimes they might say something, we did something wrong, but we really did it right. But I really feel like it's kind of hard.
It's crunch time right now. Postseason's on the line. What's it like in the locker room when you get into a pressure situation like this?
It's definitely, like you said, crunch time for sure. We know that this is the most important game of the season because it's the next one really, and then like you said, we're running out of time, so there's no time to really waste. So guys are really just dialed in, focused, just doing the extra, just to prepare, because this game, we're just shooting like a playoff game. You're
still young in your career, but people consider you one of the best tackles in the league. What are your goals moving forward for your career?
I want to win a Super Bowl here in Minnesota, for sure. But personally, just be an all-pro tackle, Pro Bowl, and just be like cement myself as one of the best tackles in this league. And I know if I just keep working, keep my head down, that can happen.